I'm about to go check on the chickens. It's about 1:15 in the afternoon on this beautiful August the 3rd, but it's very hot out. It's humid. It's in the 90s and it's been in the 90s for a few days. We're expecting some storms today. So before the storm come in, I'll just come in, check on the chickens, see if they need a water refresher. I have some mate birds in here, and they're thirsty for sure because their wings are spread and their beaks open. So I'm just going to check on their waterer. There's some water left in it, but I'm going to freshen that up. I need to refill the feed and clean the coop out. And I want to do all this before the storm comes in. They are growing fast, and so I might just upgrade them to a bigger waterer. The layers are in here in the dust bath, doing their thing, cooling off. So I'm gonna rig this up a little bit, just the top layer. Add some diatomaceous earth in here because I haven't done so at all for the year so far. Normally I would do that in the spring and then again in the fall, but I haven't done that so far because I haven't seen the need to do that. And that assists with the external parasites if they have any. Now I have recently given them some garlic. I chopped some garlic up that I harvested from my garden, and I chopped them up so they can eat that and ingest it, and that will, help keep parasites away. They haven't shown any signs of any parasites. I prefer to be proactive and follow up with practices that would prevent the potential of internal parasites. That was a turkey that just flew out of the nest box because she lays in here. This is a beautiful speckled egg that she lays. She lays where the chicken lays, and we actually built her own nest box right here. It's bigger and she's got more room in it for us. She's never laid in here, but for some reason, I guess she's gonna just act like she's a chicken. She's a bird by all means, so she just lays in here wherever the chicken lays. So I'm gonna grab all of these eggs for today. And in my egg basket, I just like putting a part of the nesting pad in the basket so it's not bumping off the sides of the basket. Look at the shape of this egg. It's funny. Alright, so I'll go around to the back and collect whatever eggs that are back there. So I'm freshening up the water, I'm collecting eggs, I'm checking out the birds to make sure that they're okay, looking at them to see if they have any signs of distress because it's hot out. And as you can see, they're here in the outdoor run. Some of them, they're dust bathing, and that's just natural, normal activities. They don't look stressed. The layers are going to drink from the nipples if they want water. As you can see, the nipples are set up and the water is dripping out of the nipples. Let me go in a little bit closer, and that's how I check to make sure that they have adequate water. And I know they've been drinking just like the turkey is, so that's how they drink out of their water nipples and hydrate themselves. So far everything is going well in here. Later on in the day, I'm just gonna rig this up. I have my rig here already, and I just rig this up into a pile and they break it down the next day. And this is just grass clippings from my garden that they have been scratching around in. They've been pecking around. This encourages bugs, and they're able to break it down for me before I drop them on the compost pile. Alright, so we are going to head out to the back nest box here. Let's see if we have any eggs. Yes, we do. Let's see if I can do this maneuver with one hand. Oh, these are warm. Alright, so these girls are laying. And that's one of the signs that shows that your chickens are healthy. They lay constantly. Now, if they start slowing down, it's either in the colder season, in the winter time, or it's an issue with internal or external parasites. And so for me, I pay attention to egg production per breed of chicken because I know what expected of certain breeds that I have. Some of them will lay, and it also depends on the age of the chickens. These chickens are 2 years old, and so they are still prolific layers. They will be prolific layers until they're even up to 4 years old, because I know how to, manage them in that way. If you want to call it a restart, I know when to give them high protein feed. I know when to, because their body need a rest. And obviously, if they've been laying from the spring, early spring to early winter, I change the food and I give them not just the layer feed, but I also give them supplemental protein to help with their feathers, with the feather growth, because they need that coverage in the winter for the colder season, and that eliminates the heavy use of supplemental heating for them at winter time. So there's a lot to consider when you're raising chickens, and for me, because I've been doing it so long, and even with different breeds, I know what they need. Don't be intimidated by information that you may see out there. Take it slow, especially if you want to raise chickens. Just take it slow. Don't bite off more than you can chew. I would say start with probably about 4 to 6 layers at a time. But for meat birds, I get them several times a year during the year because that's what we eat. That's a chicken that my family eat. We raise them ourselves here. And so I choose the time of year I raise my meat birds, which is early spring to late summer into the fall. Now, for me, there's so much benefit in raising my own meat birds and my own chickens. You learn a lot of skills. You get to try out different breeds because given the situation or the conditions you raise them in, their behavior differs. So I'm about to go put my egg inside, freshen up the water, rake up the indoor run, and put down a little bit of diatomaceous earth right where they're dust bathing in the indoor run. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you have any questions or any suggestions, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time right here on Fifi's Urban Homestead and Lifestyle.